I'm just going to play here, see what happens, and see if I get a reading or not. We'll see. I'm going to do planets and houses first. See. Okay. So we got North Node, 10th house. Your achievement and public reputation outside of family. First pile of Sabian Symbol cards. Whoop, I guess, okay. This one too? Okay. That's good? Okay. Okay. Oops. Alright. This one? Okay. There you go. Okay. This two? This one? Okay. Alright. Okay. See what we've got here. Okay, let's see. This spread, I think, is about coming out of adversity as far as your public reputation and achievements is concerned. We have the 9th node, 10th house, or North node, 10th house, which concerns achievement and public reputation outside of your family. And 8 degrees of Taurus, a sleigh without snow, independence of the will of the self from outer circumstances, power to mold life upon the pioneer's prophetic vision, anticipating future conditions. This is sleigh without snow says to me that there was not support for you. That you might have had some problems in public life or with gossip or some sort of incorrect view of what you were about. It was likely not very pleasant. A large diamond in the first stages of the cutting process. Diamonds are formed by intense pressure. But the fact that it is a diamond means that the pressure is, eventually the pressure lets up. And then it's just a matter of sort of polishing yourself up and honing in on the lessons that you can draw from the experience, or what good you can draw from it for yourself. Because like difficulties on the outside, they're supposed to look like difficulties, but that's the people that place those difficulties on you that want them to look like difficulties. They don't have to be difficulties. You can actually turn them to your advantage. It can be a sucky way to get there, but you can still get there. You know what I mean? A man being unmasked at a masquerade, 18 degrees Aquarius. The introvert's desire to protect himself from social judgment. Yeah, again here, I feel like that's really what's going on. Wearing a mask to suit the situation. Like perhaps you're not willing to wear a mask anymore with someone or about something, and there's a backlash, possibly. Either that, or you have a certain demeanor that you present to the public, and someone has taken upon themselves to try and yank the rug out from under you. A royal coat of arms enriched with precious stones. A certification of merit. Aristocracy. So this card to me indicates that you may be somebody that's very high in the community, and there's a certain standard that a person would have to meet to be in your category, where you're level or what have you. And that can certainly lead people to be, rotten about trying to tear down your image. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. And I think through this difficulty, whatever it is that's going on in your public or professional life, I mean, you can't unring a bell. Once you've gone through this kind of a thing, there's no going back to any sort of level of naivete that you might have had prior about people's ability to do this sort of thing. Some people were probably behind a mask. I feel agitated and incredulous, and I don't even know why. Okay, but the thing is that you're of a different cloth than whoever the adversary in this situation is. The thing is, there is a certain place where you can step across the border, metaphorically, and it just doesn't matter. It doesn't. What people think of you ultimately doesn't matter. If somebody is all up in your public reputation, what is exactly wrong with them that they're not paying that sort of attention to themselves? I mean, there are people out there that really need hobbies, and people who enjoy tearing down other people in the public eye are part of that group. I don't understand with all the things that we have to do in life, just everything you have to accomplish in a day. Who has time? Oh, and number one on my to-do list, ruin this person. You know what I mean? It just sort of blows my mind that people actually spend their time this way. But they do. The thing is, though, through this sort of bullshit, because that's what it is. Look at what's coming out here, okay? It's being acknowledged that you have not had the kind of support that you need. It's being acknowledged how much pressure you've been under, and how precious you are. And aristocracy, nobility, James Brown capes, those sorts of things right here, right? And pheasants display their brilliant colors on a private estate. You are the sort of person who is pretty, special, and it's just natural that some people are gonna not be able to handle that. As weird as that sounds. Because when you wish other people well, it takes you aback that everybody isn't like that. But through this, you're able to come to selfhood fully, because that's when you really, really reach down and find out who you are and what you think. And if these people are making you feel badly about yourself, consider the source. Look at them. Who are they? Who are they to speak? Who are they to judge? I bet they have many skeletons in their closets. I bet that they have many imperfections, just like we all do. We're all human. We're all just trying to get by the best we know how. And some of us have more of a full wheelhouse to do that than others, because we don't all get the same upbringing. So, I mean, any of these people that are calling you out, I defy them to show the perfection in their lives. Come on, pony up. They won't be able to do it. In fact, that question or that statement ends right there, because by virtue of the very fact that anybody is putting you through this, they declare themselves completely imperfect and very flawed. A person who is perfect would not join in on a mob. So these people don't have right to throw stones. They're in a glass house. So if that helps, keep that in mind, because it's definitely what I am feeling here. I'm getting a little pissed off now. I really am. You know, because I mean, living in peace. You know, gardens and the pleasure of a beautiful social structure. I don't think that you've done anybody wrong here. I think just like everybody else, you've been doing your best. And I don't think that you've had very much support in that. You probably have not gotten a lot of credit either. And that sucks, because it's evident here that you are a special person. You were never really like these people to begin with. Maybe they just didn't know that. You know, I mean, maybe, as weird as it seems, maybe deep down, whatever you're going through with your public reputation or your professional achievements or what have you, maybe this is just like these people were envious all along, and it's just an opportunity where they get a free throw, if you know what I mean, where they can throw a rock and nobody would blame them because everybody else is doing it. Kind of a disaster. It never really helps when you're getting bullshit from people to hear, oh, it's because they're jealous. Right? It doesn't, I mean, it's never helped me. It doesn't do anything to ease the situation. It's not a real problem solver. It's sort of anecdotal information that is hard to believe in the first place, because why would anyone bother, right? But it really is the truth. Nobody's trying to help anybody get better here. Nobody's trying to help anybody learn here. Nobody's trying to improve the world or society here. If any of the people involved in this bullshit say anything about Russia and the Ukraine, they need to sit down, because they're part of the problem. They are part of the problem that seeds conflict and dissent and division. And look at them like that. They are seeding conflict and dissent and division. No matter what's going on, no matter what anybody's saying about you, the people with your name in their mouth are showing themselves to be far, far worse than any aspersion they would want to cast on you. Well, you know, this is a heavy reading. I wasn't going to do this. I wasn't even going to really share this deck, because it's a sort of a personal thing. But I'm going to get out my, I have comedians who are guides, and they help me make a deck with, you know, advice, comedian style advice. Some of it from them, some of it from other comedians. So let's see. Okay. Haven't got anything else? Oh, what flipped? Okay. Whoa. There's a lot of these. Is it all of these or no? One in the back. Okay. Okay. Well, so you're the new material. The stuff that's embarrassing here makes great comedy. There's a way that you could spin things to where you can have the last laugh. And they want you to remember that. They also want you to know that there's a punchline in here somewhere. You might not be able to find it. You might have to coax it out. But there is. You might have to wait it out a bit. You probably have to wait out this situation, let things cool down. But they want you to be a rebel without a pause. They don't want you to give up. I want to say something to make it easier to go through, because I've been through this kind of a thing so many times in my life, and it's just so shitty. What will help in the present moment? What has helped me? As old-fashioned as it sounds, get a notebook that is just for this, and write down how you feel and what you think about the shit. Anything that is the stuff that is simmering at the top of your brain, about ready to boil you alive, and you feel like you're gonna burst, go to the fucking notebook and write and write and write and get it out of you. And that will help you. Oops, the light went off, sorry. That will help you so much as far as being able to just wash some of this energy out of you. Because while I was doing this reading, I got really agitated, and I got really, things felt surreal. I felt incredulous. I couldn't believe what was going on. I was pissed off. It's just, there's just such a strong feeling here of fuck them. Fuck them. You know? I mean, this isn't how you're supposed to be treated. Okay? This isn't right. Just because it's happening doesn't mean it's right. Doesn't mean that's how you're supposed to be treated. It does not speak about your value. It speaks about these people being jerks, is what it speaks about. And I don't care what it is they're doing. Just the fact that they're doing it is far, far worse than anything they could say about you. Consider the source. Try not to focus too much on the madding crowd. This too shall pass. It really will.